Oh, we're live. Okay, finally took. Hello and welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey. Little software glitch, sorry about that. We are the tabletop role-playing game club. We're playing Shadow Empire, which is a L5R storyline that we devised ourselves. And, a little kitty back there. Hi, Elle. And we are in the middle of it right now. I want to thank and that we also have a poll going on our, what's it called? Community channel. And the person who gets the most votes gets a free success. As in, like, one of their roles instantly succeeds. And this week, hey, Ide Youngso, covered in bandages. You are our winner.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I hope it all works out for you today. We're going to go through everybody, and you're going to introduce our characters. Matt's coming in a little later. But you're going to introduce your character and tell me what kind of cat breed they would be if they were a cat. And we're going to start with Crystal.
I'm Crystal. I play Moshi Sora. And if she were a cat, she would be a ginger Maine Coon.
I play Ide Youngso, musician and shinobi. And if he was a breed of cat, he'd be a munchkin, because, well, he's small and people do kind of think he's cute. And I'll pass that on to Youngso's partner, Ernst player, Tarek.
Hello, I play Shishiro Kuranagi, and if Shishiro Kuranagi was a cat, she would be the one hiding behind you, ready to jump on your back and claw you through your shirt.
Ah, angry black cat. Got it.
Little house panther.
A little bit feral.
Yeah, House Panther. I'll go ahead and pass it off to Sasha. Name now, Run.
Hi, I'm that person playing that person, like Tarek just said. And I don't know anything about, like I told James and Corey, I don't know anything about cats because mine were fished out of the dumpster out back and I named them after can of soups. So I'm choosing the answer that James gave me, which is that Naurin would be a Himalayan. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure James got it good because I agree with the Sora Maine Coon answer. So I feel like it's probably spot on. So if you know what that is, you tell me if that's right.
So beautiful eyes, long white fur with patches of darker coloration. I think that also kind of describes Naurin in some ways.
So, Sasha, you said you named your cats after soup, right?
Yeah.
So what if your character was a soup? Because obviously you know more about soup.
That's a very complex question. Can I get back to you on that? I have to think about this, the essence of Naurin as a soup, and I can get back to you.
All right, we'll go to the next person. We'll come back. Who's next?
That's only
that
Matt
just leaves
left.
Matt.
If Naurin had to be a soup?
No. In this case, it is.
I don't care
what kind of cat is Doji Daisuke?
Oh, okay. Well, I saw your suggestion for Siamese, but like if I had to go away from that answer, then maybe a.
Oh, we've lost him.
We'll never know the answer.
Look funny.
You froze, so would be a put.
Just right at the time you were actually going to answer it, it all went to pot.
And that'd be kind of funny.
Persian.
I can see that one too.
Persian. With the big scrunched face and all of the hair.
I was going to say, because Daisuke has a squashed face.
It also needs to be pampered.
I thought we were talking
thrive best.
I thought we were talking about cats and not Pokemon.
In that case,
Persian Pokemon was named after the Persian cat, which is the spokesmodel cat for Fancy Feast.
if he was a Pokemon, he would definitely be an Alolan Meowth.
Sure.
Why? Because of money? Is that why? Because he's trying to steal money from everybody?
No, it's just a fancy looking cat. Like Google it, how it looks.
I know what an Alolan Meowth looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Alolan?
So
I just don't understand why.
It's their equivalent of Hawaii in the Pokemon world.
If it's just that it's a looks, or if it has anything to do with the personality. Because Meowth has a very big, is known more for its personality than its looks.
yeah, but this is an Alolan Meowth, which
Alolan,
is it's a subtype. It's like now Pokemon have different features and different personalities depending on which region they're from. So an
They got
Alolan
Aura.
Meowth
Glad
actually has
Meow.
different physical features. It's true, and it's not just a palette swap.
Yeah, like the eggs thing. I can't remember the full proper name, but the Alolan version is a really tall palm tree.
Executor.
That's it.
So we're all dying to know. What kind of soup is Narin?
In the soup store that we're looking for clothes.
Clam chowder. She makes you puke.
No, Doji Daisuke's clam chowder. Most people
No. You can't reverse Uno me on that one.
You butted in when you weren't asked, and that just makes you even more clam chowder like. I'm sorry, no one asked for that. Maybe if we eat with some crackers, it'll be better, but still pretty not good.
I have my opinion.
I think that
For our
now-
viewers from Maine, she's in Arizona. She can't get the good stuff there.
I think Narin would be. There's a Korean soup that's made with pufferfish, and I think that's what Narin would be because if you cook it wrong, it could fucking kill you. And I think that's probably Narin. Very simple. It's a very simple soup. It's just made with like onions and stuff and a little bit of fish meat. Could also murderize you if you don't cook it correctly. So, yeah. I don't want to try mispronouncing it, but I think it's called like bakuk or bugkook. I don't know how to say it, but
I don't. You're sounding like a chicken to me.
Yeah. Buck.
it's probably offensive. But you know what? Fair enough. I sound like a chicken. Not
Yes.
I don't want to say it right.
Yeah, it's more poking fun of the way you said it than the actual name.
I don't speak Korean. I did my best.
Oh, okay. Let us begin. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start? I think Daisuke is the best place to start, but we could start with Kuronagi and Sora.
I think
Doing what?
I think-
We're basically just waiting for people to come
Yeah.
Yeah,
back.
you did a
I
communal
think start with
spirits.
Daisuke.
That's right. So yeah, we got to start with Daisuke. We have to start with Daisuke.
All right. Since, I assume I reconvened with 2 or 4 of the hair, right? Like at the tree. Mm-hmm.
Two of the Hair Clan samurai. Their names are. I only got one of their names. One is generic Hair Clan samurai. The other is Usagi Daichi.
Daichi. Okay. Our buddy Daichi.
One of them is named Stop Asking Me to Name All the Unimportant NPCs.
Just call him Private Red Shirt.
Whenever I can't think of an NPC name, I give them the most white man name possible, but that would be pretty jarring here. Like, yeah, that's Steve. That's Bob. That's Jim.
That's Eugenia Frank.
I remember watching a video of a Japanese released SNES or what was it, Sega Genesis basketball game, and the names that the developers gave to the basketball players were hilarious.
Try
I
Bases
can't
Loaded.
remember off the top of my head what they were.
Try Bases Loaded. Check out a roster list from Bases Loaded, the old NES video game. I had Bases Loaded too. It was a treat. Anyways, off we go. You meet up with them, and they said,
we agreed to follow Naren's trail.
We need to follow Naren's trail. Off we go. We're going to follow these drag marks. It's not hard. They're drag marks. And there's another set of footprints there, too. So you're able to follow them back to that familiar walled garden with the big circular portal in the middle.
Well, I guess it stands to reason that Naren probably was let into the building, though Daisuke is unsure of whether or not he should lead the hare over there, but considering that the Falcon War Camp is in shambles, really no other choice than maybe knock on the door and see who answers.
All right. As you knock on the big handle, you see the hare kind of searching the area a little bit before they come back to join you. Naren, you hear a large knocking come reverberating from the front doors of the walled garden.
Naren takes a deep breath.
Also, Ide Youngso, you also hear this. You're also there.
And
Naren takes a
conscious.
deep breath because she immediately knows that someone did not follow her instructions and led the hare directly to the Sage of Flowers, who they might want to kill.
This is not the Sage of
Fallen
Flowers.
leaves.
Or Sage of Fallen Leaves. They start with Sage of F, okay? And that's good enough for me.
I know too many botanical sages around here.
I know. What were you thinking, Corey?
Yeah, you did all flowers and then you did blood and spiders. Like, you did all plants.
That gardens are a very crucial and pivotal part of Japanese culture, and that
Where's
it would
the
be
blood coming in from? Spiders are in a garden.
Fertilizer.
You're using blood as fertilizer, James? We gotta
Yeah.
talk about this.
Yes, you can get that very easily at any garden supply store.
So blood is a pivotal thing in Legend of the Five Rings.
Sure.
Right.
I was just making a joke.
Also, spiders are just, I mean, there was a spider clan that got erased from existence, and I thought I'd, bring them back in a kind of different, a way different way. It's kind of like Stan Lee presents the Spider Clan. That is a deep cut comic book reference.
That's why I don't get it.
Okay. At one point in time, Stan Lee redesigned all of the core DC characters, and they were wildly different. So there was a Stan Lee presents Superman, Stan Lee presents Wonder Woman, Stan Lee presents The Flash, Stan Lee presents Green Lantern. And they were as different as they could be.
Is that you being sarcastic?
No.
Okay. Because I remember you talking about something comic man make same character slightly different, insert slightly racist joke. I don't remember anymore.
Okay, well, the door is knocking.
She's deep breathing.
Yes. You're deep breathing. Young-So is
Young-So
unwrapping.
She's taking a breath. She's reminding herself that friends are not to be handled violently.
Friends are not food.
Yeah, they're friends, not food. She's finding her fucking peace, okay? That's what she's doing.
Young-So is very carefully still trying to get up with all the bandages and everything.
Oh, you can get up. You can get up just fine. You're starting to stretch out the bandages. They're getting in the right place where you can walk around.
And he'll hobble towards the door, wondering why that particular part hurts. Where'd that injury come from? And then
hopefully
picks up the teapot on the way there and answers the door with teapot in hand.
Well, it's not the door to the place you're in. It's the door. You got to walk through the garden.
Yeah, and Naren's gonna be like, "There's no, you cannot remember the last 24 hours. Sit down and tend to the, see if anyone's dying." And then she goes.
Anyone want tea? Start
Pirate
serving
samurai.
tea and helping them to drink it, being courteous and kind.
Naren will go out.
Okay, you go out. You walk through the garden. At the other side of the garden, there's the large doors with the big piece of wood barring the door closed.
She rubs her temples for a moment, and then she lifts the piece of wood up and then opens the gate and stands like in the doorway and says, "Ah, Daisuke, I see you didn't wait at our rendezvous point. Impatient, were you?"
Well, the hair were also waiting at our rendezvous point, and they wanted to search where you might have gone.
Well, I found Young So. He's injured severely. And also, I have found a bunch of wounded falcon.
Oh.
That makes sense. One of them said, Daichi says, the other drag marks lead right here.
Naren nods, and she says, there are some in there that are in critical condition. I am trained in medicine, and I cannot simply leave them before I make sure that no one is in urgent condition. If you could please return and find the rest of our party and bring them here, we can reconvene. I should be done by then.
What is this place?
It is a hut in the woods, Naren asks, kind of confused.
Well, I mean, it's very well tended to. I have never seen this place before. It's quite strange out here in the middle of the woods.
That it is.
Scary place. There are woods here.
Who dragged the men here? Did the Falcon know this place existed?
I only just arrived here. I have gotten no answers from the Falcon. I have not even been able to ask them how they got here yet. There is not much that I can tell you. I don't know the answers to most of your questions.
Right. Okay.
My companion, our companion, I found him, but he is missing a large portion of his memory. I supposed he could have cleared things up for what happened, but he seems to not be able to remember the last 24 hours.
Right.
Oh dear.
You stay with Naren, Naren-san. I'm gonna head back to the group with Doji Daisuke.
All right. We'll reconvene with the others. I will bring them back here.
Naren will say this clearly because she doesn't feel like it's worth like trying to hide anything. She just says, "I would request that you stay. You may stay here, but I request you stay outside. I know that you have a quarrel with the Falcon, and I don't wish to see anything agitate these people who are very injured and dying. They are vulnerable at the moment. I request that you simply wait in the courtyard while I tend to the most severe injuries, and then as soon as the rest of our group gets here, we will reconvene and leave this place."
Make a courtesy check.
Okay.
Courtesy. It's not air. It's that. I mean that these are actual real concerns. Reason. Make it earth.
Reasoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is that a bad one for you?
Like, can Daisuke...
it is a hidden TN. Hidden TN.
Can Daisuke assist?
How are you assisting?
To make it more convincing? All right, to kind of make it a lot more compelling and like try to make the argument a little more compassionate. It's like, hey, we know you have beef with the Falcon, but they've gone through some messed up stuff. Like,
that's exactly what she said.
Well,
you have to be able to add something. What are you adding?
Maybe Dyson could mention like you've seen the state of their camp and how many dead were there. I agree that it's best that they aren't agitated further, or something.
And on the roll itself, void I think would also be appropriate because enlightening them to, hey, let's be courteous and kind here.
I mean, I think I agree with Corey that it's Earth. This is just a really bad one for me because I'm pretty sure Whispers of Cruelty activates on this one. When I'm trying to convince people someone to cooperate with me, or a check to get someone to accept my authority calmly. That sounds like it applies here.
I think so. I think that does apply here. If you fail this roll, you'll get a void.
You get a void point anyway since the TN is hidden.
I'm going to spend a void.
How about this? Like maybe this might be a stepping stone for the hare to make amends with the falcon. Like maybe like instead of like warring with one
instead
another,
of amends, peace.
Yes. You might want to say that in reverse if you are trying to persuade the hare. This is the time for the falcon to make amends with the hare, not the hare to make amends with the falcon, right?
Okay, yeah, that's
because they would feel like they're in the right and they're the other side's in the wrong. But yeah, peace,
or it might be just a chance for peace is a good way to put it. The
answer that was in my head that I was looking for is this is the end of the war, and if you want more war, you can go in and make it, or you can stay out here and seem like you're protecting the wounded. And you basically just said that sort of thing, like this is a time to sue for peace. So I will 100% accept that. That is something new to add.
Can I ask you, Corey, am I trying to like convince them that I'm being honest here, or am I trying to like kind of keep peace and keep the people calm?
Yeah, you're not convincing them you're honest. No, you're convincing them that your idea is the best idea.
Okay. Let's see. If my idea is the best idea, would a distinction called famously reliable help me? It's an Earth distinction. Remarkable adherence to your oaths and responsibilities, even over and above most samurai. They believe it by default unless given evidence to the contrary. When you need to leverage your reputation, make a command check to calm a panicked soldier, or a performance Earth check to relate a tale that inspires patience. Could that help me at all?
This would be more like if people don't want to like run into battle with you. You know, if you're trying to convince somebody, hey, we've got to make our stand here, and other people are like, no.
I'm pretty sure that's like Paragon of Courage or something, because that's what that does. Dangerous allure is to incite emotion, get people to act in spite of the possible consequences. That seems like
famously reliable says specifically your oaths and responsibilities.
Fair enough. I will just take that as that's a note. That won't help me.
If you were like, hey, you can't come in here because I have to make sure that my prisoner was 100% chained up and ready for you, that would be this, because that is directly your oath.
Yeah, but he's not here though. Okay. I figured it might be because I'm trying to do what the sage asked me to, which is take care of these people. But I will roll. I'm going to fail, since there's nothing else that can help me here. But I'm gonna try my hardest.
Well, you get a void because it's.
Do I get assistance?
You get your assistance. It's skilled assistance. And you get a void point from this because it is a hidden roll, a hidden TN. Okay. All right.
Okay.
You're going to take
3 isn't awful.
You are going to take 2 of the successes and re-roll those.
Oh, that's right. Shit, I have to re-roll 2 of the successes. Okay.
Re-roll 2 of the successes.
Re-roll.
The ones with strife.
The ones with strife on them.
And I'm also going to re-roll one of the opportunity. And take a strife with my bond.
Rivalry, you mean?
Yes, it's a bond. It's a rivalry bond.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes! Congratulations.
And one less.
I made it back, so it's the same, and I could get more successes potentially with. Come on. Okay. Well.
All right.
3.
The good news is it's good enough. He says that does sound reasonable. We wouldn't it looks like the war is over, at least for now. Whatever happened to them is won't be bothering the Hare clan for a while. So just stay out here. Make sure that nothing gets in there and nothing tries to escape. And the soldier says, "Yes, sir. I know you're just one man. And this is it's not too big of a compound, but it is a larger compound. So just do your best." And he said, "Yes, sir." Daisuke?
Now will that and nod.
Or he says, "Doji-san,
Yes.
let's go." Unless you
All right.
have any other business with your teammate.
I think it's best if we reconvene with everyone in our party. So let's go pick them up and reconvene back over here.
Okay. Off you go. And after a bit, because I assume like nothing big is going to happen at the temple, you guys are just going to keep the falcon rested. You're going to check their wounds, see if they need to be redressed, change a diaper, that sort of thing.
Right, for the baby.
Specifically, Naren will check to see if anyone's in like really bad shape, like they're really not doing well, tend to them first, and then ask around the Falcon to see if they know what happened, because I want that information. Because James doesn't know, Youngso doesn't know anything.
Oh, they'll start relating this story. They'll say, Moshi Sora came into our camp, and soon after, our new Hare began to slowly turn on everybody else. As soon as Ide Youngso yelled out that Moshi Sora was an imposter.
Naren sighs quietly and says, "That was not Moshi Sora. There is a blood speaker that has a striking resemblance to our companion."
They all just sort of look at each other and they don't say anything.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't elaborate on that unless she has to. The other thing that Naren will do is try to see if there's anybody present in the Falcon camp who has like more advanced first aid training, and try to get them into an operational state where they can take care of their own people, because Youngso and Naren will need to leave soon.
It seems that everybody has multiple severely wounded states, just like Youngso had. And Youngso has a pretty, like, you pull back his hair and he's got a pretty, like, you pull out back the bandages and there's a pretty, like, deep, like, head wound. Yeah.
That has a little bit of red or blue paint flakes in it, and possibly a little fleck of black. Obsidian blade against red and blue helmet.
No, you got that head wound from the spirits.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And the spirits, what kind of weapons did they have? I think they just had big claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a grayed out wound.
Yeah, they had grasping claws.
Someone laid Youngso out or something.
It's his wound in his back, which is now taken care of, that is got the red and blue in it.
All right.
Yes.
Well, that's it for me.
Okay. We'll go back to the people at the rendezvous point, shivering in the cold.
We built a fire and we are huddled up together, I'm sure.
Yep.
For warmth.
Plus, Kuranagi would already know the unicorn way, which is horse blanket, get under, and just stay on the horse.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say get nude.
No, stay on the horse. Horse is hot.
Oh, one thing you notice about these falcon is none of them are the new spirit-possessed falcon. They are all members of the older guard. And they said any of the new ones that survived went off with the person who looked like Moshi Sora.
Okay.
So you do get that nugget of information.
Oh, I guess there's one more question that Narun would have for them, which is, does anyone know what happened to the Sage of Fallen Leaves? Why is she a child now? Is this like a normal thing that happens with her?
One person says, Lady Mizoku is connected to the karmic wheel of life and rebirth. And cannot... Her cycle remains here on the mortal plane in Ningendo. That's all I really know. She ages quickly and returns to childhood after old age.
And do you take care of her when she is like this, or how quickly are we talking? Is she going to be a child for a while?
No.
Require supervision, I assume?
From what I know, she ages up pretty quickly.
Alright, good.
I mean,
it
will be a day or two. It'll be a day before she is, like, an adult.
Okay, we have a missing prisoner, and my group and I cannot stay here for that long. I would hope that I can entrust you and the rest of your people to take care of her after we have to leave this place. It's not like we can take her with us and we cannot stay.
They nod. She's our sage.
Of course. Great. One less baby to worry about, she mutters.
The baby rolls over.
The baby probably fusses whenever Naurin gets near because she's cursed.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you still have that card?
Yeah.
I do have that card, which is why she's like, please, somebody watch this godforsaken child.
The baby rolls over and it starts kicking its legs like it's going to crawl, but it almost can, but can't yet.
All right.
Yeah, it's going through stages.
Very quickly. It's already, soon it's going to start putting things in its mouth.
Yep.
And then it's going to have teeth all of a sudden. It's going to be very strange.
It's going to be super sticky for a little bit.
And then it's going to start playing with an iPad all the time, and you won't be able to get it to stop.
True.
And then after that, it'll start talking back to you.
Yeah.
Like, from iPad kid to men's back talk is like going to be a few seconds.
Nothing but what the Sigma.
Oh god. Then it's going to get brain rot.
Skibbity-doo.
I have a lot.
What to do, Mom.
I have a lot to say about that, but this is not the time. We're going back to Moshi Sora and Sora Kuranagi huddling around the fire. Some people are approaching.
Uh-oh.
Familiar looking people?
I know it's been a long time. The shadows are really long and dark. You notice some shadows coming up through the woods.
Okay, well, we're huddled around a fire, so it's not like they don't know we're there.
Yep.
So I'll say, who goes there?
Daisuke?
All right, Daisuke answers.
Hello there, like he's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Where are you?
It's me and Usagi-san. So we found where Naran is holding down, and apparently she also found Ide Youngso. He's, from what I heard from her, in a bad state.
Oh, well, that's not.
We need to reconvene. We're at the compound that she's holding up at right now. She's taking care of the remaining Falcon clan.
Well,
Uh,
Where is the compound?
So Daisuke is like, trying to signal that there's a weird compound out in the woods. Like, he's not we all know as a group what it is, but he's like, compound, yes, out in the middle of the woods, strangely enough.
Whoever would have thought.
yes, about how far is this?
Ways from the devastated camp, but it should be about, like, Corey, you would say 30-minute walk?
Yeah. That sounds fine.
So not terribly distant from here. I think we can make it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some injured samurai that need to be taken care of, and I know a little bit of medicinal help. I could probably help Nauran with that as well. So let's try. Let's go ahead and make our way over there. Looks pretty grim.
Okay. You guys make another 30 minutes back. And
Don't forget that Daisuke also found something, Daisuke. Matt, remember?
The cave.
He went another way. He didn't
Yes.
mention it all.
You've told nobody about the Cave of Wonders.
I will tell everyone once we reconvene.
Cave of Horrors?
I don't think it would benefit anyone if I told everyone separately. I want everyone to be there as a group, and that way we can make plans.
Oh, okay. We'll wait till everybody gets together. Then you only have to explain it once. That's a very Crane thing to do.
Really?
As
I thought
if
it was
he
a smart
hates
thing to
talking
do.
or
I
something.
have important information. By the way, the last episode of Bleach, what was that? What's that scientist's name? Tarek knows.
Oh, God.
Oh,
The guy that wears that weird ass
Kurotsuji.
headdress.
Yeah.
Was that
Kurokaji? That's what you said?
Kurotsuji?
He
Something
had
like
an
that.
entire episode about himself. He couldn't stop not talking. It was kind of amazing.
yeah.
And
Oh, God,
it was,
he's insufferable, but so
and it
much
was the
fun.
grossest. It was the grossest episode ever. I highly recommend watching it. Super nasty.
Sounds about right.
Is that...
You guys get back to.
I feel like that was the wrong name.
Yeah,
Never
I'm not
mind.
sure. I'm
Sure.
not sure what that guy's name is. Let's look up Bleach characters. You guys
the
get back
R&D guy.
to the walled garden.
Yeah, Kurotsuchi.
Yeah.
Okay, we get to the walled garden. Kuronagi looks kind of uncomfortable about it, but only for a short moment. Oh, did we freeze?
No.
Now hear us?
You
Hello,
look
hello?
fine to me.
We can. I'm just
Okay,
waiting
everything-
for Corey to respond.
Corey's image.
Okay,
looks
there
like
he blinked.
my
It's-
screen.
It's Kurotsuchi. That's his
Oh.
name. Meri Kurotsuchi. Kurotsuchi.
Yeah, the guy with the Bankai that's a giant baby.
Yeah. Okay.
What that absorbs and makes
There's the
poison.
big doors and a big portal.
Mm-hmm.
I know the word portal in a fantasy world is a charged word. But it's not a portal to another dimension. It's not a magical portal. It is simply a round entryway that has 2 doors in it.
That takes us to Oz.
Did you guys lock the door again?
Huh?
I
Oh,
never
you're
left
talking
the
about
hut.
whoever's
Oh, yeah.
inside. Yeah.
Considering there's like a murderous blood speaker out there, even though she can fly, let's slow that bitch down a little. So yes.
Yes.
In case she brings zombies.
Yeah, exactly. In case she brings an army of falcon with her that are mind controlled.
As you approach, another hare jumps down from a tree and walks over to report to his commander. Lieutenant Daichi.
Mm-hmm.
Who raps on the door? Who brings up the big handle and slams them?
Bonk, bonk, baby.
I volunteer again.
I think
Okay.
perhaps it should not be me.
If a falcon opens the door, they're gonna be like, bah! Kill it!
So Daisuke will definitely,
All right.
knock.
Inside, it's getting dark and the doors knock again.
Naren's gonna say, all right, young, so we've done what we can. Grab your things.
Right. Where would they be again?
Just grab your backpack.
Oh
It's
yes,
right
there
there.
it is. And my sword. There it is. All right.
And then, Naren, has anyone made themselves kind of more, like, apparent as, like, the next in the chain of command among these falcon?
Sure. There's a guy who's like,
Just some...
Done most of
Yeah.
the talking.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
there's a guy, not a girl. The woman you talked to earlier, she's dead.
Oh, that's nice. She was nice. Mostly. Okay.
She was very informative. She was a very much an exposition dump character.
And that's why she had to die.
Because you need to stop talking now, right? It's like, no more
There's
question. Kill her.
Nothing left to expose.
Naren will ask them, well, she will tell them, the hare know where this place is. They don't know exactly what this place is. And I have convinced them to stay outside on account of you having many wounded here to rest. However, we will be taking them away from this place as we leave. However, they do now know of its location. That hopefully that will be helpful information for you as you rebuild.
The baby's crawling around.
Sounds like
What
the
is
baby needs a
that?
new
An
transmission.
airplane?
Sorry, there's someone being a jackass outside of our community and revving their engine because they have a small.
Yeah, it happens a lot in this neighborhood because there's so many people
With
here
small
with small
penises.
penises.
Yeah.
I have the same problem in Greencastle. Somebody goes by in a big pickup, and every time I have to go, yeah, we know you got a tiny dick.
Just driving around in circles, yelling, "I have a small penis."
Truly a tragedy that they have to find places like ours to come drive around. 'Cause they
Dude,
have
guys
nowhere else to complain
that
about.
drive around in the city in giant trucks, they have 0 penises. They're pavement queens.
Well, at least where I am, it's considered rural, so they're tiny.
It is rural, yes. Which means there's more of a use for a bigger truck, but not much.
Like-
Nope, it's still, they got tiny dicks.
Oh, Corey and I saw a Cybertruck for the first time like a week or two ago.
Oh, it shocked me. I saw one 3 weeks ago in Greencastle. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, it's the ugliest little thing.
It is ugly.
They're hideous.
The worst part, it had a campaigning for the state legislature or magnets on it. And you
Ours
could
was a
tell the
deck
magnets were
company.
affecting its performance because as it was going down the road, all 4 windows were going.
I will say this. It draws the eye. So if you put an advertisement on there, people are going to look at it.
And the movement of the windows draws the eye even more.
Ours had a wrap on it that advertised a landscaping firm. No,
a deck building company.
Sorry, a deck building company. And I'm like,
so it's not actually getting used for business.
I gotta say, if I hired a deck building company to build me a deck and they drove up in a Cybertruck, I would, one, question exactly their competence, and 2, wondering if they're overcharging me.
Gotta pay for that Cybertruck somehow.
Yeah.
And to repair it every 5 seconds.
I mean, they might be able to haul just their tools in it.
But I do have to say, putting a wrap on it is a good idea, because otherwise they'll freaking rust.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, and have you heard about the sheer number of them being vandalized by raccoons?
Cool.
Yes.
Scientists think it's because they resemble dumpsters too much.
Yeah, because they look like a dumpster.
They kind of do.
So the raccoons are trying to break into them because they think it's another dumpster.
Yeah, they think it's quick food.
Okay,
Awesome.
now where were we?
Youngso and Naren were opening the doors.
Yeah. Last thing Naren does before she goes to open the door is there's no time. They're waiting at the door right now. Okay, I'll talk to them later. And she'll go open the door while Youngso's getting his stuff.
Yeah, it's at first put the backpack on both shoulders, then go. No. Just that shoulder. And he's kind of using his katana in scabbard as a bit of a walking cane.
Okay. Everybody, you see each other. Youngso is dressed, but he's got like obvious bandages under his kimono, and he has like a head wrap.
Oh dear, Youngso, you seem kind of bedraggled. Everything all right?
What happened?
I don't know. I
Misha,
last remember entering the camp and then waking up here with Naurin shouting at me what happened.
Huh.
I thought I was rather calm given the circumstances.
Given the circumstances, you were calm, yes. You still were shouting.
Our prisoner is missing.
What?
Mitsu Satori was not with Youngso when I found him.
I'm going to have to take one of his legs.
I
He can't even remember saying
laugh
that.
at
don't
character.
think
I'm
that's
laughing at
appropriate.
We got time for you to convince me otherwise.
The only other way, aside from this compound, at the tree that Naren and I were, agreed to split up at, I found a cave, but there was a sensation of many dark spirits over there. Any guesses as to maybe he might have went there?
Youngso kind of puts a hand on the head wound for a moment when you're mentioning ghosts.
He's like, no chance. Probably not.
Definitely not there.
I
I do have a good feeling about the burning sands, though. Not sure why.
can't imagine that he would willingly go to a place full of evil spirits. But that doesn't mean he didn't end up there against his will.
Well, Naurin, what did the Falcon tell you about what happened to their camp?
We have to walk and talk. Let's leave them to their business and go and check out that cave, Daisuke, that you found. Do you remember?
Yes.
the location?
Yes, I remember where it is.
Then if it is a lead to Kitsu we cannot waste any more time. We don't know how far of a lead he has on us, except that it's at least several hours.
Corey, with the talk of ghosts and the rest, could I go ahead and make a meditation earth roll, having to re-roll 2 successes if I get them, to see if I can go, yes, he's in the cave.
Sure.
Or was.
Or I saw him in a cave.
Sure. I'll give you a TN2.
Okay.
Reroll 2 successes.
Reroll 2 successes.
If I even get them.
You have 2 successes that you have to reroll.
And they're the good ones.
I know, it's so painful.
And not going to bother with keeping the others.
All right. And guess what? You get a void.
Yep. I do get a void, but it's just, headache. When they're mentioning ghosts, and that's
Wait.
all I get.
Who got the instant success?
Young
I do have it, but it's not that important in this, since you guys are planning on investigating it anyway. It would have been nice to give you the confirmation ahead of time, but I can't, so Does anyone know where Shin is? I don't see my horse.
Your horse is
I
dead,
haven't seen it.
unfortunately. I spotted it back in the camp.
Oh.
Oh. Another one gone.
As for what happened to the Falcon, it appears, according to their accounts, that they were attacked by the Sage of Blood.
Oh dear.
Can I make
Presumably-
another meditation earth to give a single detail about the attack?
No, that would
Okay.
all be part of the... Yeah, you're good.
Or rather, you're not good.
You're not good.
It's fine.
Okay.
That's why I always am going to, on anything that's from the period that I'm not supposed to remember, I will always ask first and I will accept no's.
Okay. Off we go. You guys follow the drag marks back to the tree and where the blood starts, and then you follow the blood into the spooky woods. As you
Are the
go-
hair coming with us into the spooky woods? Because
Into
they
the
seemed
spooky
freaked
wookies.
out earlier. Are they still freaked
They
out?
are kind of... They say that the spooky woods aren't a great place to go. But if that's
If you're desperate enough.
where we have to go to get Kitsu Satoru, I guess that's where we have to go. These are imperial orders. Like, they're not happy about this at all, and they feel like they are underprepared for fighting ghosts.
Yeah. Well,
And they, one of the hairs say, if we can't even touch the ghosts, if we can't fight them, what are we even going to be doing in there? Maybe we should stay behind.
I would suggest that if you're not prepared to deal with what we might encounter in there, you might want to stay behind and then reinforce us should we call for assistance.
Well, I do.
Keep your powder dry.
don't you dare offer them a cursed weapon.
No. Nothing like that. So, like, I was
We have
going to
the ritual knife we bought. Here, take this.
No. Nothing
Have
like
a
that.
weapon that was for.
I was going to offer an
goblin
alternative. I was going to offer an alternative where, if they do come with us, we could guard them, and if we do find Kitsu Satoru, they could take him out of the cave while we deal with the spirits. But that's out of character, though. Like, I was going to play it in character, but what does everyone else think about it? Terrible.
I don't think leaving them alone with Kitsu is a great idea, because they might be convinced that we're a lost cause and that they need to take him themselves.
That's fair.
These guys are crazy. Let's leave.
Or that we haven't seen them in a while. They're dead. Let's go. No, Kitsu doesn't leave our sight. Haven't we learned what happens?
It's been nearly 60 seconds. We can't wait
Kitsu
this much longer.
leaves our sight. Bad things happen.
Hey. Geneva, buddy, come on.
Oh, the good news is Ide Youngso does have the chains.
Still has those with him.
Bad news, they got wrecked.
Yeah, didn't he break them?
No.
Thought
He
just
flamed
unlocked
them and melted them.
You specifically said a few sessions ago that he broke them as to make them unusable. But if you want to retcon that, I'm totally
With
great
fire.
with that.
Kitsu Satoru destroyed the manacles.
Perhaps
Oh.
that was something in a small fit of GM rage that was not intentional. Because Youngso repeated 3 times that he was going to take Kitsu's leg off. I wouldn't blame you.
He did hit them with he did damage them
With golden fire.
with Fury of Asano Woe. Okay, so you do have them. But you, I mean, you don't remember. You don't remember anything about them other than check your
when
bag.
they mention the manacles, it's look in the bag, pull them out. Why are they half melted?
Does Youngso have the key on him? Like, I'm
Yes.
sure he doesn't remember very well, but if he checks, does he have the key on him still?
Yeah, he'll have his key too.
So when Naurin if he has the key, then he unlocked these. So Naurin is just kind of glaring a little bit, trying to keep it quiet because he doesn't remember. Can't be mad at him. He doesn't remember.
They're
Don't know what he
unlocked,
did.
and they
must have
are
had good reason.
they are damaged.
Are they still usable?
That's the question now, isn't it?
Can I tinker with them with my skill in smithing a little bit?
Yes, smithing is the right skill to use to figure this out. It's a TN2. Let's see what kind
Restore?
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't touch
of
him.
refine, restore.
Or adapt?
I'm gonna say air for analyze.
Oh, okay. All right.
Get attacked.
Because you're looking at it rather than actually working on it. We're not in a smithy.
Yeah, fair.
How many hair are with us?
On. Oh my god.
Pardon?
How many hair are with us?
3.
3.
1
All
lieutenant.
right, Corey,
and
I'm going to
2
use my
rank file.
opportunities to figure out
Another way to test it?
yes, another way to test it.
Because that 2 opportunity to, hey, what's another path to success since this one failed?
So you're pretty sure that it's just dark. It's just way too dark out right now. Y'all are lighting lanterns to guide your way. It might be useful. It might not be useful. You have no idea. It could be totally fucking... You might be able to put the manacles on them, but the chains will just break right apart. Or you might put the manacles on and you'll have to really struggle a lot to get through weakened chains that probably will hold them for a while. You're not sure which is which, but you do know that they are damaged. And it probably won't be until tomorrow morning or a well-lit place for you to actually check these things out in earnest.
Fair.
Naren will say we should be prepared for a fight. We don't know what happened in the time that Iriangso is missing, but Kita Satoru is free. And there's also the matter of whatever spirits are inside that seem to be hostile. I would suggest we are all prepared for his resistance.
Yeah. Daisuke will prep his Jite, and since they're concealable, it looks like he just kind of shifts a little bit.
Corey.
Yes.
Can I get a ruling on the wording of Katana of Fire? It says that it persists until the end of a turn in which it leaves your grip, or the end of the scene.
Right.
Would I be able to pass it to another person, or does it specifically have to be whoever summoned it?
So you can do that, I believe, with a raise. Or not a raise, I'm sorry, an opportunity.
Opportunities.
Right. So, if you look under...
Is that on an opportunity list?
I believe it's on opportunity, fire, invocation. If this technique can target a character other than you, choose an additional target.
That's additional targets.
Reduce the TN...
What about choose an additional target per opportunity? If the target is you creating a katana of fire in your hand, perhaps you could spend 2 opportunity to create a katana of fire in someone else's hand as well.
I'd let it happen if you spent an opportunity.
Okay.
During the casting, you'd spend an opportunity, and you can choose one other target that can hold your katana. But if it leaves either your or that person's grip, it disappears.
All right.
That's a good point. I should probably prepare myself with a.
Do you have bow of water or whatever?
I have not water, air.
Air. Maybe we could equip some of them and.
I can make myself a horse bow of air. If I wanted to, and give somebody else my bow if somebody else is good with a bow.
Can your bow do damage to spirits and stuff? Is it ceremonial?
No.
Because that's what we're looking for, weapons that can damage spirits.
My bow
is
isn't.
It supernatural damage? Usually elemental things are.
No, that can. The bow, if I like the magic bow, but my mundane one does.
Oh, yeah.
But I do have a dagger that can.
Yeah, because I was thinking Katana of Fire has an opportunity where you can make 2 weapons instead of 1, and then I was like, could I give one to someone else?
Maybe get 2.
I can.
Guard of Air does the same. I could create 2 ranged weapons.
I will be pulling out the spider silk kite net since it is technically magical. I don't know if it actually would work against ghosts, but it is magical.
Use it as a bludgeoning weapon.
And it does do damage as a weapon, so maybe I can smack a ghost with it.
I can cast Yari of Air. Yari of Air can cast any weapon. Any type of weapon, I can change it to any type of weapon.
Any pole arm, I think.
But it starts as a spear. And with 2 opportunity, I could summon a pair of weapons instead of a single weapon. So if we're saying that I can summon a weapon for myself and a weapon for somebody else, then I could do that. And if you want to use a spear I can do that. Or if you want to use something else, I'd have to get 3 opportunity, but I could still get 2 other weapons, cast them into other people's hands.
I thought that was a pair, as in you summon a weapon and a pair, and then you have a tasty air treat.
Yeah. But as soon as you get inside, then you get stabbed with the shuriken. Like 2 bites, and then it's...
Then it's all shuriken all the way down.
Then it's Halloween candy from there on out.
Don't take Halloween candy this year, kids. I found a bow of air in my kids' Halloween candy.
I seriously, one year, I need to like make, get razor blade molds and make chocolate razor blades, and then
attach them to an apple.
No, wrap them in like just
wax paper
and put a note on them. Say, this is unwrapped free candy. Eat it if you dare, and just hand them out for for Halloween.
Someone's gonna call the police on you, and I would not blame them. Just saying.
Have you been giving out kids this? Why is it poison? Is it what is it? What did I do wrong? Absolutely nothing.
I mean, if you weren't charging for them, it's not a law that you have to be using a commercial kitchen.
It's Halloween. Is it supposed to be scary? Oh my God! Did I make people scared on Halloween? Oh no!
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Katana of Fire with the Void Point.
Do it.
I will do something interesting as well.
Can everybody see the battle map?
Excellent. I'm going to use that. Well, I got a 4th opportunity.
11.
I'm definitely going to summon 2 Katanas of Fire and pass one over to whoever says they want a flaming katana.
Well, you have to target them before you do the spell and say that's the person that can hold my katana.
Oh, okay.
So
then beforehand, I will ask, if I am able, would somebody else like to use a katana of fire?
I'd like to do the same, but with a bow. Does anyone want a ranged weapon of air?
So if you ask the hair, they'll definitely accept it, but I'm sure you want to give it to a PC first.
I'll take the bow.
Okay, get a horse bow of air, and I'll have a horse bow of air as well. It works as a horse bow, except it's also got the concealable property because it's invisible.
Matt or Naurin, do each of you have weapons that can do spiritual damage?
Naurin unsheathes her starlight katana and nods.
Right.
And Daisuke shows off his jite.
Oh, also, whenever you make a check with it, you can set an extra die to an opportunity result.
That's nice.
Yep.
So it's invisible, and it gives you a free opportunity with every check you make. Any attack or support check.
If you click on it in the chat, you can see the entire what it does.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
You do not have sufficient permission to view the sheet for this item. So the game master can, and the person who has it can. Nobody else can.
Here, I'll just put it into chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat. And here's Katana of Fire.
There's Yari of Air. It's a longbow, or it's a horse bow of air, so you're going to want to add a horse bow to your character sheet to use it, and then you'll be able to see it. It's always invisible, so it has the concealable property, and you get to add a opportunity whenever you do a attack or support check And I will immediately do a guard action, even though it does not help anybody.
Just to show off.
Because I have an extra opportunity.
So what you can do is, to find horsebow, is you can go to the kettle, which is items, L5R system, and just go down to weapons and find it there.
Actually, it's now in the compendium area properly with Shadow Empire.
Yes. It's also
And
under
you can
Shadow
just-
Empire.
And you can go through there.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, since our crew is all outfitted with appropriate weapons, I will say, Lieutenant, would you like a katana of fire if I am able to cast it to you?
Yes.
Okay, then I cast.
He takes a katana
He
of fire.
takes a katana of fire, and I'm gonna use that extra opportunity I got to make mine a bow. B-O.
Oh, they both have to be the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then
He can take a bow.
I will.
If you want a bow, he'll take the bow. The quarterstaff, the buck and a quarterstaff.
Heck, he might even prefer it slightly, as it'll let him stay slightly further from the ghosts.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't say that I can't change the duplicate weapon. So, we've got bows instead of katanas. They do more damage and less deadliness, but I don't think that's gonna matter on ghosts.
One more restriction I'm gonna put on this though is that if either person lets go of the weapon, they all disappear.
All right.
So if somebody disarms somebody, we're going to have a slippery situation.
Right.
Anybody with a
ghosts.
summoned weapon, try not to drop it or it's gone.
Don't let go, Jack.
So Daichi will say, "Are we still your backup,
Yes.
or are we coming in with you?"
Daisuke,
Yeah.
did you see the ghosts in there? Do you know how many we should expect?
I'll go in and scout.
I thought you'd already looked.
No, I could have been attacked as soon as I entered the cave.
You definitely feel the aura of like malice coming from this entire area.
Yeah, so I think there's probably quite a few.
Yeah.
I think we might need all the help we can get.
Yeah, I agree. If you're... I don't know if I should say that.
If you're not cowardly.
I was going to say, if you're brave enough to come with us, then we'll have you, but...
I think anyone
You're
who
courageous
has an
enough?
appropriate weapon or spells should come in.
Okay.
I don't think any of them have either.
Daichi will come in. He'll say the other two to hold back for now, since you don't have the appropriate gear for this.
Nobody doubts your bravery. You just aren't equipped to handle this.
We just doubt your capabilities.
We just think you're useless.
Yeah.
We just
Magic is the-
know you don't have something that can hurt ghosts.
The ghosts can hurt them.
Yeah, I know it's not fair.
Okay. Everybody.
Yeah, when you say that, ghosts can hurt them.
Everybody slowly files into the cave as quietly as possible. I'm going to unpause the game. And you guys can reconfigure this little pyramid of you guys as much as you want to reform however you want your marching order to be.
I would like to be further back.
I think,
I would
yes,
I would
the
like
people
to be
with
next to
bows should be
Kuranagi.
at the back.
I will stay up front because I know
Daisuke
where
will
this.
move.
Yeah, so, I know since my weapons have the sacred quality, it's +1 TN for any attacking supernatural entities. So they're gonna have a harder time hitting me.
Out of character, the sacredness of my armor didn't slow them down.
Mm.
Yeah,
Good luck.
I'm hoping Sora is good with those blasty spells of hers. She's gonna get to show off today.
We shall see.
We believe in you.
So, anyways, I start blasting.
Oh God.
All right, I'm putting everybody into the combat. There should be 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then one straggler here.
Oh yeah. Would Daichi's bow be considered to have the sacred quality since it's technically one of my fire spells?
Does the weapon that you give is
Blazing Tears of Lady Sun, which is my school ability, says damage inflicted by my fire invocations has the sacred quality.
Then yes.
Because
Indeed,
it
it
does.
does.
Your invocation providing him with it.
Okay.
So if these are tainted,
here's an important question I'm going to give to everybody. We have a half an hour left in the game. Do we want to start combat or do we want to do it next time? Because this is where we
think next
usually end the
time.
game.
I'm open to continuing combat, but
I have early morning car repair appointment.
okay.
I mean, it's
I have an
probably gonna
early
be more
morning
than
dentist
30
appointment that I am
minutes.
not looking forward to.
Sounds like it's
Good
gonna
luck
be
with
next.
your chore.
Yep, sounds like next week is the way to go.
All right. We are ready for next week then. That should be it. We'll start rolling initiative next week. Don't roll initiative right now. I want to start out with everybody showing off their good rolls. Other than that, yeah, a great game. I want to give Naren, I want to give her 3 points of honor for trying to de-escalate situations, protect her charge. I want to... Anything else? Let's see here. I think that's it. I think that's it for this game.
XP.
2 XP. Spend them wisely for the next game. What is a combat
Okay.
game?
I know just the thing.
142 is what I'm at.
Yeah.
Everybody else?
141 for me and Matt.
Yeah, 141.
Okay. So, thank you for watching at home as a recorded stream. We do this every Sunday live, as many Sundays as we can. Sometimes we can't do it every Sunday, but usually we're here. So, make sure to vote in our poll. Should be up tomorrow, and that's about it. So, from James, Crystal, Sasha, Tarek, and Matt, my name is Corey. Wishing you all to go roll some dice.